We are back in 1978, continuing our look at the Star Wars toy line by Kenner. Previously, we kicked off the first series of Star Wars toys with the Land Speeder, Luke Skywalker's transport on his home planet of Tatooine. This time, we're starting the original 12 Series 1 figures with the most iconic droid duo in the galaxy, the feisty astromech droid R2-D2 and the fussy protocol droid C-3PO, here on Kreed'S Collection. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Kreed'S Collection. Today we're checking out R2-D2 and C-3PO from the 1978 Star Wars toy line by Kenner. R2 and 3PO are the first two characters you meet in the first Star Wars film, and are the only two characters to be in every single numbered Star Wars film. While often comic relief, especially known for their bickering, R2 and 3PO still often provide much needed assistance to our heroes, even sometimes saving the day themselves. And now that we know a bit more about R2 and 3PO, let's take a closer look, starting with R2. R2-D2 is an astromech droid, basically a mechanic. He can interface and communicate with most computer terminals, allowing him to access information about diagnostics or just general info. He has many appendages hidden inside of him that allow him to weld, oil, rewire, or generally perform any normal maintenance to a wide variety of equipment and starships. He speaks only in beeps, whistles, and chirps, so 3PO generally translates for him. And this toy is a wonderful representation of him. I only have one small complaint that we'll get to later. The front decal here really does a good job of showing all the details. All these little doors would open in the movie and different tools would pop out, like here and here as well. The sticker's definitely a little worn and kind of dirty, but he has been with me for a long time. Now the chrome on top has held up really well. There's really no scratches at all, and the paint is also nice on the dome. Here on the side, the legs look good, but unfortunately the back sticker really has taken a beating through the years. You can see a chip there and a lot of it scratched off, but I've literally had this guy since '78, so this little droid and I have been through a lot together. Now my only complaint is that in the movies he had a third leg that would pop out right here whenever he rolled around, and I really wish they would have included that. I think it would have been pretty simple, just give him a little accessory, but that's okay, he's still an excellent toy regardless of that omission. And now we're going to look at R2's articulation. So his legs can go up all the way around, full 360, and of course that is on both sides. His head can also spin all the way around just like the movie in a full 360. And that is it. That covers all 3 points of articulation for R2-D2. And now we're going to go ahead and take a look at C-3PO. He is a protocol droid who can fluently speak and read over 6 million forms of communication. His general purpose is to translate councils or meetings between alien races, usually high-ranking dignitaries. C-3PO is extremely high-strung and hates adventure, but always tags along with his brave BFF R2-D2. And, spoiler alert, C-3PO was built by Anakin Skywalker when he was a 9-year-old boy. And, once again, this figure is a very accurate representation of the movie. The face sculpt is... What did you just say, 3PO? He wants to know why he's not in this video. Well, taking on more than 2 toys is kind of a lot. He says he wants to be in a video very soon. Okay, we can do that, but he has to let me finish this one first. I can't abide those Jawas. Disgusting creatures. Okay, 3PO, okay. Let's just get back to the video. So, as I was saying, the face sculpt is excellent, as well as the chest and body here. They really nailed the details. The circles here on his stomach, his chest, face, even his knees, everything looks really good. Only really his midsection could be improved because there were wires there in the movie, and they probably should have painted that. They didn't skimp on the back detail either. This circuit board is what Chewbacca was using to repair C-3PO in Empire Strikes Back. And even though he's faded to this pale gold color, I'm still happy with how well C-3PO has held up. Now we're going to take a look at 3PO's articulation. The legs have a 90-degree bend, which allows them to go straight up at the hip. Now, unfortunately, they do not go back at all. C-3PO's shoulders can go up all the way around 360 if you wanted them to, and his head can turn left and it can also turn right, and that is it. That covers all 5 points of articulation for C-3PO. Now we're going to take a look at the copyright information. Here on the bottom of R2, you can see at the top GMFGI 1977. That stands for General Mills Fun Group Incorporated, which is what Kenner originally went by. And also on the back of C-3PO, GMFGI 1977, both made in Hong Kong. And now for our He-Man size comparison. Even though He-Man is much larger than C-3PO and R2, he is no stranger to robots and droids, as he deals with Man-E-Faces and Roboto all the time. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my toy retrospective for R2-D2 and C-3PO from the 1978 toy line Star Wars by Kenner. These figures were made to last because they went through a lot between me and my 3 older brothers, and it's really hard for me to believe that they've been in my possession since 1978. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up, and if you have any thoughts, please leave a comment. I love reading and responding to them. And while you're at it, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it, and it would help my channel grow. I do a retrospective on a toy from my vintage collection every Wednesday, so hope to see you next week and every week after, here on Kreed'S Collection.